Kath, it's been a great season overall for yourself and the football team. But first of all, I'd like to ask you about your personal, time at the football club. How have you found it this season compared to last?
I think I've had a really good season actually. I think especially from not playing last year, it was hard getting back into it, and I think places are so competitive, and Chris has brought players in, so we had a lot of competition for centre mid. So I was kind of in and out of the team at the start of the season, then in a bit, and then I got injured, so then I was like out of it, and then I've kind of like fought for my place back a bit. So I think I've worked hard to get my shirt back, and I think going into tomorrow, I'm ready and prepared and feeling fit.
And compared to last season, like you said, you've not had a lot of game time last season. You've got it back. How does it feel to be playing again regularly?
Oh, it's great to play every week. That's the thing that I missed most about travelling last year. But especially we had a really intense pre-season, really high intensity like fitness pre-season. So we went into it ready to start, but then we lost a lot of our games. And then we've kind of turned it around a bit. But it's nice to be back and playing and fit, ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, I can imagine. Under Chris Hamilton, then the manager that came in this season, compared to last, he's done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
How have you found playing underneath?
I think Chris has brought in a lot of people, and it's different to just having one person. So Chris himself, I think, he's brought in a lot more of a professional standard of playing. So we know that we need to turn up and play and impress to get our shirts. And not only that, all the stuff behind the scenes that they do. So they bring in like all the protein shakes and stuff, nutrients that for us to have before games, and it's just a lot more professional than we've had before. And I think that is what has been the difference. Chris knows a lot more technical and tactical stuff as well, I think, than this previous manager. So I think that's reflected in how we play and in how we set up for games and prepare for games, and it comes out in training, and we prepare for training as we would for matches. So
Chris is a very much likeable person, manager,
yeah,
and he gets involved with you.
Yeah, very very likeable. So he likes to get involved in training sessions and stuff. He thinks he's got banter, but him and Andy and Ash, I think they work really well together. Like they all play on each other's strengths and bring all the girls together quite really well.
So you've had a great season, I've said already.
Yeah.
What would you put that down to overall? Is there just one thing you could put your finger on, or is it just a collective group of?
I think it's kind of definitely Chris's style of management. He set the standard from the start of the season, and we had a really good pre-season actually. But then when it came to starting the season, I think we lost 7 games in a row. But we fought back from that, and it shows now like the resilience that we've learned, and kind of our style of play. So we never give up, and I think that'll be really helpful tomorrow, especially playing a team of in a higher league. But I think Chris has brought in other players as well. He's brought in players from higher leagues and has made our team more attractive to come to. So places are up for grabs. It's like really competitive. So we all know that we've got to perform and be the best that we can. Otherwise, we're not in the team. So it just creates a really competitive environment, and it's really good to play in.
Yeah, I can imagine. Going on to next season then, what would be the key to try and go that little bit further next season, maybe even looking at promotion? What would you say is needed for that? I
think it's consistency. I think it's ironing out. We've all got like our little kinks to do, like in our own job roles, like in our own positions, and I think we don't have one weakness as a team. We've got little things to work on, but we don't have like a major area where I think Huddersfield can say, oh, that's where we're going to attack. So I think it's just consistency and making sure the standard is there every single week, and I think that's what we kind of struggled with this year, because we've had players coming in and out, I think, and it takes time to gel as a team. So hopefully we've got our team now, and then hopefully with a few more recruits, we'll bring them in pre-season, and then we'll be gelled, ready for the start of the season next year, and then we will just be solid and strong, and hopefully push for promotion.
And is that your personal aim, try and get promotion next season?
Yeah, I think especially this season, if we'd have won 1 or 2 more matches, then we'd have finished second in the league, which is crazy compared to last year where we only stayed up on goal difference. But I think it's more than achievable to aim for promotion next year, because I think we can beat everybody in this league, and I really confidently.
Well, that's really good. That's good to hear. We hope we can do that next season. On to tomorrow then, Huddersfield Town in the final. You've played in the last 3 years, I believe, in this final. You won the first one 2016 and lost the last two. Is it time for revenge?
Yeah, I think we're very much going into it as underdogs, so the pressure is off us. But we know what talent we've got in our squad, and we know our strengths and how we can play to our strengths. We're going into it with a game plan. We've worked on it in training all week. Every single player knows their individual job. So we're ready, we're prepared, and it's cup final. Everybody turns up for cup finals, don't they? So I think we own one, like, for the past two years.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to turn up and play tomorrow.
And how has it felt, because you've got a lot of recognition for getting to the final?
Yeah.
How do you cope with that? Because usually, you don't get recognised as much, which I don't think's that good. But how does it feel to get recognised?
I think it's really nice. It's really nice for the girls at the club and for women's football in general, especially with like how well England ladies are doing and stuff, and raising the profile for women's football. But it's nice to be recognised on this level and kind of in our area as well, like push for promotion next year, push for more cup finals, and just raise awareness of participation for women in sport.
And have you watched much of Huddersfield? Have you done a bit of homework on them?
Yeah, we've watched highlights and stuff, and we've done our homework. We've got our game plan, and we know what we're aiming to do tomorrow, and hopefully we'll go and win. How
do you cope with the underdog status? It's a bit like the FA Cup, isn't it? In a sense.
Which is really good, because anything can happen in the FA Cup, and just because they're the league above us doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to win, because we showed them in 2016. Again, we were underdogs then, massive underdogs, and I think the pressure's off us, so we just need to go out and perform like we know we can. Like, we beat Sheffield United in a friendly, like in the middle of the season, so we know we've got the talent to beat a championship side, so why not? Why can't we go and win tomorrow?
Exactly, why not? And just to finish, how much would it mean to you to win that final tomorrow? How much would it mean to you, the squad, the manager?
I think it means everything to us, to the girls and to the staff. To finish fourth, I think it's good for us to say where we've come from, but we all know that we can do better than that, and we deserve better. So to win tomorrow, it'd just be the icing on the cake for the season, and it'll give us a really good footing to start next season, ready for our promotion.
Thanks for joining me, Kath.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Good morning, Sophie. You join us on the eve of what is an absolute massive game for yourself and your team.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm more excited than anything else, to be honest. A little bit nervous, but I think that's just because it's the final. Like, I genuinely believe we've got a really good chance.
That's good to hear. Obviously, you joined us at the start of this season. In this final, we're playing Huddersfield. And we've played it before. We've been there 3 times before. We won in 2016. We've lost the previous 2 years. What do you think his chances are looking like?
Good. In the run up to the game, we already beat a team from their league to get to this point. We beat Sheffield FC 2-1 in a game where we were definitely the best team. So I think our chances are good. Our season's been incredible, really, from the start, when we didn't get off to the best start, but since then it's just the momentum has built and built. It's got better and better, and I think this would be the perfect end for it.
So you mentioned this season, coming off the back of last season. I know you weren't present. You've signed this year from Sheffield United. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Obviously, last season you stayed up in 11th place, just on goals scored. This season we finished 4th. I know you weren't there last season. What do you put that down to? What do you think's changed?
I can only speak for how it's been this season, but since I came in pre-season, like, the attitude of every single person has been incredible. Even when at the start of the season, I think we lost 6 of our first 7 games. Even then, it never felt like that was going to continue. People were putting the work in. It looked good in training, and I never genuinely believed we were going to have one of those seasons where it was a struggle to win. And gradually, sort of, the results picked up as a result of how people were playing in training, and the relationships people had. People were taking on board coaching, and I think Chris has come in and done a really good job, and I think it's sort of down to him that everyone's fallen in line with his expectations and everyone's stepped up really.
Yeah, so you mentioned the hard work that everybody's putting in. What does a hard working week look like for yourself and the team in the build up to? Obviously, everybody turns up and watch the match day. They don't realise what goes on behind the scenes. So can you just fill that picture in for me?
Yeah, obviously in a week we only see each other at training and on a match day, so we train twice a week, and they're both football-based sessions. So aside from those two, we all do our own fitness outside of that, and go to work at the same time. So it's struggle to juggle the gym, fitness, football, and the match day on a Sunday, and obviously getting all the right rest. But I think it's sort of testament to how bothered people are and how much they put into it, that's what everyone just does as part of their week now.
So, as a personal level, you're having a great season, a lot of assists, a lot of goals. How does the style of play and tactics and stuff suit yourself?
I've really enjoyed it. I've been lucky enough to sort of play a number of different positions, some of which I've not enjoyed as much as others.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we're a very athletic team. We're very fast and fit. We like to press from the front. We've scored a lot of goals as a result of our style of play. From my side, I like the fitness side of it and the speed side of it, so I feel like it's played to my strengths a little bit.
It's very much similar to the men's team at the minute.
Yeah.
A lot. So you mentioned Chris. What is he like to work under as a manager?
Good. I really like him. He's honest. He puts as much work into it as we do, times by about 1 million, I think.
Okay.
He's always doing football stuff at home. When he comes to training, he's always got something to give us or tell us. Everybody loves playing for him. He's really into all the finer details. And even at the start of the season when it wasn't going well, it never seemed like he didn't believe that we would do it. So yeah, everyone loves playing him.
So he's got great belief in you, and obviously he ended up at Barnsley. Is that something that he did? Did he bring you in?
I knew some of the girls who played for him at his previous club,
Okay.
and I spoke to them and they were like, yeah, we're going to follow him to Barnsley. He's really good. We've enjoyed playing for him before. Knew Will too, so I ended up coming down to training with them, and from the very first session I was like, yeah, I want to stay.
That's brilliant. So obviously you've come from Sheffield United, you've come to Barnsley. What kind of differences is that in terms of lifestyle and obviously the town and things like that?
Yeah, I think I'd been at United for 4 years and I had a really, really good group of friends there. And it was a strange one because it wasn't, normally when you move clubs it's kind of your choice to move, whereas it wasn't, because of the situation with them getting the championship bid, it wasn't like we decided we didn't want to play for Sheffield United anymore, it's just the situation changed. So it's kind of weird going out looking for a new club. But I've really enjoyed it. I love all the girls, and I think part of our success this season, or probably the biggest part of our success, is how together we are as a team, which is remarkable really, because obviously Chris is new, Andy's new, there's probably 6 or 7 girls who weren't there last year, but the fact that we've got such a good bond and team spirit, I think has been the best thing about this season.
That's good. So obviously you're really enjoying your time at Barnsley.
Yeah.
It's been a very successful season. But in terms of the match that's coming up tomorrow, how we all feeling? Do you feel like we can get the job done?
Yeah, I think everybody's very positive. I think we're a team that trains really well anyway. Everyone goes to training with the right attitude. Chris has got really high expectations, and people match that all the time. But I think even the last few weeks, it's stepped up a little bit more. Everybody wants to play. It's helped that our league games have kept going. So we played in the league last week. The week before that, we played in the league against Bolton at the University of Bolton Stadium, which was good, playing on another stadium pitch, big pitch. So everyone's sort of been there, done that now, and that bit's sort of old news. So I don't think people will let that affect them too much. But I think mainly people are excited. I think there's a great sense of belief. We've got nothing to fear really. I think we will be the underdogs, but from our point of view, we've got nothing to lose, and it's just a chance for us to. We know how good we are. It's just a chance for us to show everybody else.
Yeah. So obviously the men's have had a lot of limelight on them this season. A very successful season. You guys have showed up every week in, week out, training, playing. How satisfying is it that you're now getting a little bit of recognition for all that hard work? You know, it's paying off a little bit.
Yeah, it's really good. I was at the men's awards dinner on Monday night, and it was good, talking to some of the players there. and sort of being a bit more a part of the men's team. I've been and watched them a couple of times as well, and yeah, having come from a club that sort of was including the women's team, I think lots of clubs have got some steps to take with that, and I feel like that's sort of starting to happen now. It's great to be a part of the club in general. We trained at there at Oakwell. We saw the men's team were training up there the other day, and they were all saying hi as they were walking past, and it's just good feeling.
That's good. Thank you very much for joining us here today. And best of luck tomorrow, and I hope you can do the business for us. All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank
No
you.
worries.